Well, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Oba Maduabuchi, joins us now for more on this. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight tonight. Good to see you again.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, indeed. Now, questions around the qualification or otherwise of Mr. Olukoyede. Is this much ado about nothing? Considering, you know, I mean, you heard his resume there. But the EFCC Act, those who are criticizing this appointment are saying it, you know, flies in the face of that act.
Well, it's I don't know why it's difficult to interpret these simple things. Section 212 of the EFCC Act says, one, your rank should not be less than Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent in any of the government agency, security agencies. So, does this man has he attained the rank of at least Assistant Commissioner of Police in the police or any of the government security agencies of government?
Has he?
He has not. Where did he get it? If you're a private lawyer, I'm a private lawyer. I might be good at fraud cases, criminal matters. That does not mean I have worked either in the police, in the army, in the navy, in the civil defense, where you will say I've attained the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police. Who gave him that? Or its equivalent. I don't know if you get it. You must be at least an Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent in any of government security agencies, which is police, army, navy, and all that. If you haven't done that, basically you are not qualified. Secondly, you must have 15 years cognate experience. So, cognate, simple English, like, related. So where did he get it? Because you are PA. So the first thing is to tell me the man was enlisted in the police on such and such a day, or he joined the army on such and such a day. He joined civil defense on such and such a day. And he has been an Assistant Commissioner of Police or an equivalent for 15 years. Because I said 15 years cognate. Not when you join the police. You must be 15 years as an Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent in any of the government agencies, security agencies. So that's the simple thing he's supposed to do. But I don't think he has it.
So in all of this, now you've had Fred Nwabufo saying that well, he's given his own interpretation. That's the government, the president's aide, looking at the experience. And he says that specifically, the act didn't specifically state where you must have gotten that experience. And for someone like the new man there, he's been around within EFCC. Doesn't that also qualify as some form of experience within?
But the thing is simple, 15 years. I didn't put it.
So it comes back to the number of years.
You come back to number of years, 15 years.
Well, he's been there since 2016.
And if it's 2016, right. Is it 15 years? What do you see?
So is it that the EFCC Act is ambiguous? Is that what it is, in a way that allows for this kind of...
You see, the ambiguity comes from what you call cognate experience. 15 years cognate experience. That is the only thing that is ambiguous. But otherwise, it specifically says you must be an Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent in any of the government security agencies.
And does the president have the right to waive some of these?
You can't waive any statutory stipulation. There is nothing the law says that anybody has the right to waive. It's not the way you interpret it, it's the way the law is. We don't interpret the law the way we wish it were. You must interpret it the way it is. It says Assistant Commissioner of Police, right. Police or any of the government agencies.
So the president doesn't have that.
There's no discretion.
Okay, so now Of course, this is subject to approval or, you know, confirmation at the Senate. Based on all of this now, what do you expect from the Senate? What should they be doing?
They should throw the thing out. Because the man is not qualified. I expect them to throw the thing out. I mean, assistant, when did he join the police? When did he join the Navy? When did he join any government security agency?
Don't you think the president may have considered the fact that, look, number one, is former secretary of the EFCC, ex-chief of staff to Magu, the chairman before Bawa, of course, first appointed in EFCC, of course, in 2016, like we pointed out earlier, and he was suspended with Magu in 2020. Well, leaving that out, really, don't you think it comes with some level of expertise?
Does he satisfy Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent? That's the first question. Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent in any of the government security agencies. If he does not, please stop the discussion. And then, you see, when I want to think like a lawyer now, I will say, is it 15 years as an assistant commissioner of police? Because it's cognate. Is it 15 years as commissioner of police?
But for somebody who's
so
been
then
in the system,
it becomes ambiguous.
Yes.
I'm happy that because I'm happy you bring in that perspective, because again it also might also be a related kind of activity he's been doing even outside the EFCC before he got into the FCC.
Yes. If, for example, that's why they told you you must have risen to the rank of at least Assistant Commissioner of Police. That is why it is cognate. Cognate, we all of us know what cognate means. So if you have been a policeman, if you've been in the Navy and you've been working for years, which is not less than 15 years, and you have risen to the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police, you might be. But if we want to stretch it a little bit further as lawyers, we say it is that Assistant Commissioner of Police that you must have been a commissioner for 15 years before. But, you know, for purposes of this interview, I don't think I'll stretch it to that level.
Well, anyway, let's see how it plays out when it gets to the Parliament. I'd like to thank you for your time, as always.
Thank you so much.